Just remember, don't be afraid to say weird things. Oh, I'm already there, game. Welcome back, everyone, to Disco Elysium. You're here with Raylan Lefebvre, otherwise known as Drax Craven. We are here to go into the tent. It's time for us to put on our logical hat. Oh, this hat was probably killing our suggestion with Lynette. Is that her name? Painted with pastel, someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Ah, shucks. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice to keep the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. You know, if you had had any sort of ill will towards the juvenile delinquents. The tent is just a tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking appeal, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
You know, I don't know how old Kim is. I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
If you remember the Kimball thing, it was about a juvenile delinquent thing where he had to play pinball. Oh, Jesus. So many things to notice. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent. A trace of ether. Capri Longe. Engine starting fluid. Canister filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. The speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Pile of nasal spray. Brand name Nosafed Ultra. Oh. You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There's definitely something futuristic about his hair. Aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like. Imbecilic, yes. Should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic. Like this guy. I'll shake his hand. His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse. Noid.
The young man with the earrings looks at you suspiciously. I don't know what it is. I love Noid. I don't know what it is. I never get on the same frequency as him. That'll come later. But I love me some Noid.
An egghead. Egg!
The tape player, high above his head, continues to blast this. This is probably Anadic dance music.
Together with Estelle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservativist sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it. Enough histrionics. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dope heads. Burnouts.
Huh.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that, the word.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those. I feel like you may be laying it on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts? They're spooky. What do you mean, spooky? I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community center and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't heat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Thank you, Egghead. So, you're gonna look into that, right? It should be a police matter getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing. I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. I'll look into it. Tell me some more. All right, man. Andre is obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchange giddy looks. Estelle told me Noid put a padlock on the door. Why? Oh, so you met her. Good, good. He's not as glad as you would think, as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice. I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's just a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation. I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while. I need the key. Of course, Noid, give the officer the key. Alright. What's my reaction speed? Do I have a good chance? I don't have a good chance of catching this. I'll just let it fall to the ground and then pick it up like a normal adult person. Noid watches you pick the key up with a smirk. If you try to catch it and fail, you will be grievously injured. I can't imagine playing through this game with only 1 in pain tolerance. Just everything fucking makes you have a heart attack. How long have those people been locked in there? Not long, like a week maybe. How can you be sure they haven't starved to death? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on, I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that. Me too, I shouldn't have had that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now. Right then, other questions. Who exactly are these people inside the church? Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. You haven't seen them and you want the police involved? Well, there's also the machinery. This machinery is of a deeply mystical variety. When I first scouted the place back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came up here hoping to set up stuff. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there. One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. I've never seen anything like that. Andre, tell him about the feeling. Oh, and it felt like there was something in there watching us from the dark. No, the other one. Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg. Felt like silence. Awful silence. For this man, even regular silence is awful enough, but that was something greater. Damn, I didn't realize my empathy was so high. But you haven't physically seen anyone. Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times, and we felt something eyeing us inside, but that's kind of it. Woman, red hair maybe, sort of a lorry woman? Sure, why not? Yeah. But not really. Brown hair, old, heavy, dark signs. So which one is it? What Noid said. Was it about something watching you? Like, you aren't alone, you know? It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean. Not a human. As in a ghost? Do you know what he means? Non-human means predator. It was this dark shape climbing upside down the ceiling like some kind of crab man. A crab man? Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab. The other one agrees. It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior. Are you sure there was a crab man? Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there. You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab. How can you tell me more about this machinery? You should talk to Noid about that. I got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from it. Probably jacked up from some snuff station too. Probably. Very likely. What's a small surge of PEA? With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it. Jacked up to some snuff station? He means like one of those rich boy private radio stations where you can listen to people getting killed and jerk off to it. Sick shit. Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff. You appear sincere enough, sire. You could be, of course, be wrong. We're getting derailed here. In short, you can talk to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more. Alright, let's talk about something else. Breakthrough Emerald, Guillaume de Million. What's up with the rest of this equipment? I hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here. It does, doesn't it? Told you we have a smell problem. Picks up a piece of telephone cord and inspects it. Wait, I also smell ether. Why? Ether? Oh, I don't smell ether. Do you know it? Nope. This makes it a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent. A shrug is good enough for us. Well, why say it when you can shrug it? I see you brought your own water. Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. It's the still, too. Oh! He doesn't know what to say. It's the one they sell at the fuel station. It's like he's lying to you, my liege, but he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of. What's with all this Nosafed? The what now? Nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around. Oh, the old Ultra. He's like an actor looking to the souffleur for his line. I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe. Okay. Tell me another thing. What's up with all the engine fluid? That's for starting engines, man. Is the amiable speed freak becoming a bit cross with you? Sounds like it. What engines would you start with it? What's with the goddamn Roman Garrod hearings? It's cold. The fluid's for the generator. Keep on it, sire. Relax. That's extra high ether content working out for you. Does it do the trick? I guess it does. You know, maybe the slight scent of ether I felt before is somehow connected to ethyl. Ether? No idea, man. Alright, enough of this. Logic. Godly. Oh, jeez. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. What's bringing my logic down? Oh, I just don't have a lot of logic. Alright, I have a penalty from thoughts. And I must have a penalty... Yeah, from other things. So that's a +2. Do I have any other... Yep, we got a logical shirt. Very, very logical, sober shirt. You understand. Alright, anything else? I don't think I have anything, any other logic improving thingies. Nope. Okay. Guillaume de Million. Bad news. Bad news, Guillaume de Million did not become a cop. In 1938, he went on tour to Xinyao province in Safra, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single Wonderland skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s. And also as a warning. So we get a +1 pain threshold, which is pretty cool, and all of our psychological learning caps have gone up by 1. Slick. Oh, sweet! I can raise my volition. I will become a Titan of Volition and go have a chat with, what's her face? Wow. So someone's been a little boring. What? Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns. No need to be defensive. The regularities, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal, a very standard appeal. I like standards. Of course you do. Maybe some regulation and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official, my lords. Copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Yeah, no need. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now. Good, good, of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further. So,
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Jesus, we've raised our logic uncharacteristically high. Nice! A number of things don't add up. Well, let's take a look. How about gather round, kids? Okay, kids, now gather round. The young speed freaks put down a busted capacitor and look at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. There would be leaders less amused. Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now, but before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. But you still are. Thank you for your kind words, but everyone here sees everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to the uniform. I could have been a captain. Imagine that. What happened? Disco happened. I've been trying to say we need to next step in dance music to happen fast. Shut it. What? I've said that. Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me. This isn't the making of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs. I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we have speakers. One speaker. They have one speaker. Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend? What do you mean, friend? The other speaker. You only have one. It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker. You've got no headphones. Wouldn't Estelle need her headphones to spin tape? What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I know you pawn them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients. Oh, I'm sorry, but there's no lab equipment and no drug ingredients. The distilled water is the cornerstone of a clean lab. An all cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer? The ethyl ether from Capri Lange, a solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution. Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether. There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there? No shit. In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab. That's... come on, that's... preposterous? I meant to say, not true. So what are we gonna do about it? What do you mean, do? There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. You tell me what's really going on. We'll work from there. I can be lenient. What do you mean by lenient? Not calling back up and hauling you all off to the pen, for starters. Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in the city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn the church into a wickedest club in East Revachol. Because we do! We totally do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before. To get our foot in the door. And why did you need me? Like I told you, spooky assholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. They're not really spooky, are they? No, man, they're spooky, alright? It's just... they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there. But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all. Sir, you promised you'd be lenient. Ask for a bribe first. Arrest them, evict them. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for anodic dance music. Now here's the thing. I fucked up the youth center, which would have been constructed but would have ruined the fishing village. So now I've created a new youth center. Yeah! I knew it. It's impossible now. No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for anodic dance music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance. What's that about the fish? There needs to be a club for anodic music, and there needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs, and we're slaves, and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre, and I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful, and this will be a victory for the lights. This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses, and so is Rue de Saint Jerome and all the houses on the main row. The old cinema is sinking underneath. Villa Lobos. Wait, does anyone feel that? Nothing. Well, let's just call this incident crime prevention, but I've got my eye on you. Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight-up club in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing, but I swear to God, okay, Egghead? From here on, it'll be straight all the way. As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news, yeah? A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Waushi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
Alright.
Here comes the night!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? There is a way.
This is hardcore. Hardcore!
But is it? Really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H and his yach and ach. This produces a guttural Gutwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gutwaldian, maybe it's Orangese, probably an homage to Orange, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now? So this is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck?
Hey, your friend Estelle mentioned him.
Good.
The Advent? Back to the head. Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent. All core! Alright! Yeah!
What are you doing?
Gotta get the people going!
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is the party
Hardcore
boy?
party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
Damn it!
The club. True, hard, full core. It's hardcore.
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Whoever voiced Egghead had too much fun. Next time on Let's Play Disco Elysium, I will find my way through Egghead's dialogue. Good night, everyone.